Hello everybody. I thought I'd bring you this little kit that I'm going to put in my Etsy shop later today. I've been playing with this for the last couple of days because as you know, I love collage. I love it anyway. So while I was sat there watching TV at night, I just created these designs out of different pieces of ephemera, but a lot of it I actually own myself. You know, a lot of these receipts are all mine, the tickets are mine. There's different things, you know, these images, of course, are in the public domain, so anybody can use those. So I've just been sort of playing around, really, because I just obsess with collage at the moment. And I have used it in my kits before, you know, it's not a first, but I thought I'd just do a kit just on collage. And I thought it'd be nice for me to show you, you know, making tags out of it. I mean, there's so many things you can do out of it, you know, and this might help people that suffer with, that can't do collage very well. This might help. So, and to be honest, every tag that you do on here, you could do a tag, you could make them into envelopes, you can do them as tuck spots, you know, different things. Yours will... if your printer isn't set on borderless, then it will print, of course, with a border. I've cut mine off. I don't put mine on borderless because that means it's photo quality, and I'm only collaging this paper, so didn't really want photo quality. Right, so what is 6 collage pages and 4 sort of backgrounds that coordinate with the pages. All right, I thought, and it was one of my favourite pieces of paper that I've got. I think it's in Back to Nature or something. I've got a blue one. So I've done all ones that coordinate really well, you know, with this to make, again, so you can have a piece of that and a piece of this and make it look different. Again, you can do so many different things, which I think is great for anybody because they can put their own stamp on the tags. So that's one. So I've done what I've done. I've used on here, you can see, sort of, I've used the same sort of images, but I've placed them in different areas. All right, so there's 2 similar, but I've sort of played around with it and created a different look, even though I've used the same images. So that's those 2. And there's the other one there. And again, I've used slightly different but similar images. That's the first one I done, actually. That one. Those 2, the first 2 I done. Is there? So those 2. And then these I done last night. There's that one there. This is my own. That's my own, and I got that one. I've got that, but it's not blue, it's cream. That's some of my own work put in the corner there. That's some very old music paper. Yeah. And that receipt's mine. And like I say, the images, the butterflies are in the public domain. A lot of this here is my work or my things that I actually own. So I've got some spots there. So that was those 2 that coordinate together. Yeah. And then each set has its own, I don't know, actually there's more, but I've done 4 backing sheets. Okay, so like I say, that would go with that one, or the yellow would go with that one as well. Yeah, the same as the other one. This one you could either use, I would say, yellow or pink with that one. So you've got that one and the yellow with that one. Missing one. This one's got some green and yellow, so you could use the blue because that coordinates with that, or you could use the green, or you could use the yellow, they all just go, all the pink on that one as well, because you've got this colour in here, and the colour is actually taken from things like that to create this, so we know the tone is going to be there. Yeah, I hope you can see all those all right. Yeah. So it's just a matter of having some fun with them and create some different looks amongst all the pages. Right, so I've gone ahead and cut a load of tags out. My tags size are normally, well, these I got out of one long strip because it's, you know, what I had left over for something, so I managed to get, you know, that was the size. So I cut one at, it's usually 6 1/4, if I can find my, that's 3 1/4 by 6 1/4, the big ones, and then what's left is just literally what's left. It's 5 1/2 by 3 1/4. Okay, so those, this is just all spare, you know, bits of, this looks like a 3, yeah, 3, but just over 5 1/2. Yeah, so it's all different sizes. I don't mind. Skinny ones, some wider ones. So I'm just going to play around with these. Oh, some I haven't put a hole in yet, but which I can do. Let's get those out of the way. I've got holes in those. Well, actually, I can do it after. It doesn't matter. There we go. Let's put the bigger ones together. That's a bigger one. Okay. There we go. And for this sort of collage work, of course, I'm going to use my matte medium. Okay, because then it will seal. I printed it out on inkjet. So with matte medium, doesn't run or anything. So we shall have a play. I don't know which one to do now. Actually, I think I'll do this one. Quite fancy doing that one there. So you can use as is, or you can use with the background as well. I'm going to do one as is because I want to show you something again. Let's get my template. Just want, you know, if you print them out a couple of times, this is my tag template that I do. So, you know, you've got a tag there, and then, like I say, you've also got a tag there. So if you print them out twice, you'd be able to get, you know, 2 different tags in there. Then you could come over here for another tag, another one there, and then, okay, this one might look a bit plain, but that's all right. We can add something, you know, decoupage onto the top here, and again, it's made it look different. And then you can go off center again to create something different, and like that. There's just so many ways of using them. All right, so I'm going to do one as is. And I'm going to look, sorry, just got to take that away so I can see. A bit like rosing. So I'm going to sort of come up about there, I think, because that's looking quite nice, that area. Yeah. But I try and get, and then what's left you can utilise with another spare, which I'll show you, spare tag with the backing papers, and then you've created another tag. So I would draw around that just to get my size really. I mean, you can do them all along and create as tags, but me being me, I have to do something a bit different. I want to be left with bits to show you how to use the other papers. And this way, I'm not joking, out of 6 sheets, I would, gosh, how many different tags could you create out of that? Most probably 50, I reckon, different combinations. Okay, I mean, print them out on card, back them, and you've got to cut them up, and you've got a tag as well. All right, just that I've got loads of these cards left, and I've got I just printed out on paper, so that's it. And I'm going to have that about there where that pencil line is, so I'm just going to cut that off. I use this one because it's the cheapest from Galleria, that medium. You can do it with your normal glue. I think I've used a bit much, so get a smaller one ready. Try to do 2. Oh, look at that, that fits. Oh, I'm a bit all fingers and thumbs here at the moment. Here we go. And like I say, you don't have to use what I'm using at all. Just use, you know, you can just do it with a prick stick and then sew around them or whatever. You know, things like this, you do what you're comfortable with. Yes, it might be a wrong way, but you learn, and by doing it wrong sometimes you learn. So I'm actually going to go over my tag, you see, with it, so I seal it, because it's not been printed on a laser printer, and I quite like the look. I'll just cut them out. And I didn't see any point in printing out on card when I've got all these bits of card left over from different projects that I can use as tags. So use the cheaper paper and then stick them on. Now you've got a sealed image. Okay, so whatever you do on the top of this, it's sealed. So you can add gesso and create something yourself out of it. I mean, this one was the bottom, wasn't it? And it was round the other way, so I just think you'll have loads of fun with these. I really do. I'm going to do some more because I like doing them anyway, so. Right, that's those. So while that's drying, I'll do some more. It's actually one of my favourite things to do, because years ago I used to do things like that, and I just used to like playing with images. Right, I've got another full piece that will fit on there quite nicely, so I'm going to make one just as is, and then there'll be a bit left at the top there and a bit here. So then I'm going to collage with this one on another one with the background papers. Yeah. So I'll do that one first. Don't press too hard when doing this, because you might then get it to bleed. Alright, as it happens, it's fine. So that's only on copy of paper, so. And it was printed last night, not straight away. So whether that will make a difference if you do it straight away, it could do. Alright, right, let's go in, let that one dry. And then we'll do a collage one with what's left. Right, so that's the bits that are left. okay, which I'm going to use on a collage on another tag. And what you can do is you can look in here to see what colours are left, which we've got yellow, of course, which is that one anyway. Okay, so perhaps we want to do something different, so I'll leave that one out. You've got in here, you've got this colour, so you could use that proper colour with that one, or you could use that one for a more subtle look. Oh, and then you've got the blue one there, which I think I'm going to use blue for a change. Okay, so I'm going to use that combination. All right, and then maybe a pop of colour with a butterfly after, you know, something like that. I quite like that, and I actually quite like that one as well for a change, to bring that pink out in that, which would look quite nice. I might get two, so if I take that one and that one for now. And I've used a lot of green and yellow in recent weeks, so it'd be nice to use a different colour, wouldn't it? I think I'm a bit yellow and greened out actually. But then I've still got the journals to do, but I keep finding nice things to do. Right, let's have a look. I'm going to put down, I think, this first. So, rip them off. I'm going to rip it down that way because they're quite long tags, so I'm going to do that. Yep, quite like that. And I quite like the fact that, you know, this is happening. I'm not going to worry too much. And then perhaps we can make sure that's on there. Like that. I actually don't like that one on there. Oh, let's have the red one on there because we've got that bit of red. That's that, and didn't I have a little bit that was left somewhere? I can do that. I'll turn that around, I think. If you need to get the air bubbles out, then use a brayer. There's a few air bubbles there. I'll cut that out. Could wait until it's dry, but I am impatient and I like to see what it looks like. Don't worry about those bits. Right, and here's a collage tag already. Okay, with that, so it's a different effect again. Just need a bit on there, I think. Good. Right, so you can see I'm getting my little pile together, little bits that are left. Okay, so that's the actual designs there, so I'll keep those together. All right, that's all that's left of those. And then we've got these, so what I do now is I'm going to get the other piece that coordinated with that, because there's sort of two in each one, which was, I remember it, that one there. the red in it. Okay. Oh, no, it wasn't that one. That's the first two I done. This one here, with the rose in it. So we use that one. Okay. And what I'm going to do with this one is to show you another way to use, you know, again, it's because I'm using this up. So you could cut them straight down if you printed on card. So I'm going to turn it over and I'm just going to stick them on there. Right, you could do all smaller ones and get even more out, and I'm not even going to look and and then we can see what happens. Yeah, I'm going to use the 3-in-1 for this. Let's go for it, and then we'll have a bit left at the bottom because of the size of tag I'm using. That's all right, we shall make something with that. Okay, I've put a bit of acetone with me glue, so that should be a bit better. Give it a good old shake though. And we get left with some more bits to go with what we've already got. Okay, so we got that bit, and that bit left to go in our pile. And let's have a surprise and see what we've got. There we go, got a bit of a white line there, but that's okay, we can ink around there. There you go. Yep, lovely. So that was a complete surprise on that one. And then the other piece you could use again, you could start at the bottom. So again, you'll have another 3 large tags that are totally different. Yeah. So these, I'm just going to ink round. Actually, I can cut that off. Okay. Ink up first. Okay, so I've inked those up, all right, and now I'm going to seal them, all right. I'm going to do them with matte medium, but you can do it with Mod Podge if you want. You can actually do them with acrylic wax as well. I use that a lot and things like this. Brilliant stuff, which actually I'll use one in a minute, and we can have a look later to see what it looks like. Use it on the last one. See, with matte medium, you can actually work on the top of it. That's why I like using it. You can still sort of add things to it, a bit of paint and everything. Stick into that one a little bit, that's all right. That one, and then acrylic wax, which is I get it from Art Van Gogh in the UK. All right, it's only about £5. Well, here we go, £4.75. Look, for that pot, and it lasts ages, and it's great for any of your printouts or anything like that you want to seal, any of your acrylic work, and it sort of makes the colour pop as well, which is lovely. Just get the lines out, a few lines there, so just get them out. Okay, we'll leave that to dry, and then we'll work on some other ones. All right, get all the pieces out, those sort of things. We'll use those up, and we use some colour with it. Actually, that is I'm going to take that stem off though, because that'll look funny just floating around. I quite like these words, so I'm going to keep those. But that stem, no. Again, right, okay. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to put that on first, I think. Just a little bit less. And then I'm going to fill in. If you look, that's going to look quite nice, like so. Maybe, oh, a bit of that. So this will be very blue on that one. Okay, so I'm going to do that first. So like that. That's there. And I'm just going to tear that. And then glue over the top of all of it. Well, not right over. Here's one. Let's do another one. Yeah, quite a fancy yellow on that one though. So I'll get my sheet and have a bit of yellow on that one. Yeah. Let's have a look. Let's take that white line off. Okay. Let's go for it. Might change when I put it down. It's got a little bit here I'm going to use. Just, I don't mind it being upside down, that bit. Like that. Okay. Okay. That's another one. I think we got another one for another little one out of those bits. Oh yeah, of course we have. There's some more here, look. Those bits. And that bit there. Oh, and the words that we've got left. So, I got 4 tags left on that bundle, and I've got a few extra bits here. Okay, so I'm getting a bit of a collection here. I did do some yesterday because I was playing. I only had 2, not yesterday, the day before. I'd done 2 collage papers the night before, so I just played around with 2, and I didn't add these sheets then. And I just thought it'd be a good idea to change them around. So these were done, but I put gesso, clear gesso over the top of these. So it did dull them down a little bit, but that's okay because I'm, you know, playing again, and I stitch around those. I just put a bit of sari ribbon on that one. That was all the pieces put together to make another one. This is some wonderful tissue paper I got from a lady called Sally. Thank you very much, Sally. Will really come in handy. I've got, oh, it's amazing. When I saw it, I thought, oh my God, that's so me. This is just beautiful. Love it. So you'll see a lot of those spots everywhere because I love it, and I love all this, and oh my gosh, and that is just amazing. But I might keep that for autumn because I think that would just really pick up some of the autumn colours with that gold there. And these are definitely spring, so I'll be using these as well. I'll be using that in my spring journal. So it's great. So thank you very much. Oh, and this as well. I mean, this tissue paper is just gorgeous. So again, great for autumn, because autumn colours, even though are quite bright, sometimes, you know, when I'm working with them, they can go a little bit dingy. So to use something like this tissue paper here and there will just sort of like pop the colours. I think that will be nice. So I'm going to keep that for when I do my autumn stuff. But this, well, so welcome. Thank you very much, Sally. That's absolutely amazing. Thank you. Right, so let's get going with some more then. So I'll put them with the collection. I've done it. I've got about 10 over there. I've got those from the other day. So, and I've used, what have I used? 2 pieces of paper, 2, and then I've still got all this, which is loads, but that's okay. Right, let's do some more. I'm going to leave those bits because I want to do some more. I'll do one of these because I've done some of those, and I've done some of those. I must use that green, and I haven't done any of those yet, so I'm going to do those. I reckon you could make 100 tags out of that kit, you know, in different ways. And also if you just add a bit of music paper or something else, I think you could go on forever. Yeah, so I quite fancy having those butterflies on a tag. Let's have a look. So I reckon we get 2 out of there. Yeah, that would look quite nice. That would look quite nice too. There. There. It's going to be a bit over here. And then we're going to get left with that bit, which is that fine. And we're going to get left with that music paper. So that's 3 big tags along there. So I'm going to use those. So I'll start that end. And stick those down. Okay, looks like I've cut a butterfly off. That's all right. There we go. And there's 3 more. Like those. Just like that. Okay, I'm going to ink those up this time before I seal them. There we go. That's another 3. Put them to dry. Right, let's do the last one, last 3 tags I've got left. And then I can show you what we've done so far. And then I might I'll cut another 3 tags and then piece them together and go from there. I'll just stick these on, I think. So if you hear the water, it's my husband watering the garden. That's So we've reseeded all the lawn and everything because it was like a mud pack. Yeah, my son had a party over, well, 3 parties in the winter, New Year's Eve and a couple of birthday parties in the garden, which the neighbours discussed. Yes, the music was rather loud, and of course because we live in a valley, very narrow streets, and it was one of those days where the sound travelled to the other side of the village. Okay, but never mind. And it was a bit like a mud path. That's the hose pipe. Because we've got about 30 steps up into the garden, so got no water up there. Should have water, but really. Yeah, so I hope I showed you a few different ways with this video, you know, on what glues. Like I say, just use, you know, I sort of do tend to use anything that's around, and I'll do it with that today. You know, I don't sort of worry much. You don't have to go and run and buy things just because I'm using it. Okay, and shall we see what we've done? There we go, and there's those 3 from that page. So that's a few used from each page, I think. So, which is good. I'll ink these up. We don't even have to seal them at all. That's just me, so. And if I printed them out of my laser, I would be okay. I wouldn't, of course, I wouldn't seal them. I use that sort of page there for in the spring collage page I done because I just loved it. Okay, let's just go and dry them off quickly. Alright, let's finish off with using these bits up then. Okay, with some of the background papers, and then we'll have a look, see what we've done. I've got 4 tags left here cut, so I'll just do those 4, I think. Let's have a look. What colour should we... Oh, I might have a bit green. I haven't used any green on this lot, have I? Right, let them dry, and I'm going to get a large piece of paper and I'm going to collage all these little bits that are left. Okay, right, I've got my bit of paper. It's mixed media paper I'm doing it on because I thought it would make a nice TN cover. Alright, so I'm going to collage some of these bits that have left. Oh, I've got a tag here, I forgot about that one. Let's cut that off. I might use those bits as well. And that's just going to randomly do it. I'll use a bigger brush as well. Okay, leave that as it is. Bit of decoupage and everything when it's dry, and I think that'll make a lovely cover. Okay, my other things should be dry, so I'll go and get them. Okay, and this is just a sample of what you can make. Alright, I haven't finished any of them off properly. Alright, so this one was all the pieces put together, so I'll separate those. So that's all bits, that's bits, that's bits. That one was bits, and that one, and that one. So I'll go through them again. Was that one bits? Or is that, no, that was as it was. Right, so these ones just come from the papers, just stuck on cards. I haven't stitched around these at all. All right, some of the other ones. And this one here, I would most probably add something, some decoupage or something like that. And that one, yeah, which, you know, is shouting out to add a few bits and pieces. So I'm going to separate those because I can work on them a bit more. This one I feel is okay, except for a bit of stitching and maybe a bit of material or fabric or something. This, yeah, I think it might become too busy if I add anything else, because the stitching, sort of as soon as the stitching was on it, it was okay. So I quite like that. Another one that's fine. These are fine. Another one that's fine. These, no problem with those at all, as is. And that one. That has just got a bit of decoupage on there. Yeah, that one's there. That's all the same. There we go. And there. That one could have something else on, perhaps. Right, so those, perfect. And then that's just, oh, that's not even everything. You know, again, you could print them out again and do from, because I've done a lot from the bottom, you could work from the top to the, you know, 3 parts of the way down, so you get a whole different look with your tags again. Then these are the bits that were left over that I've just put together. That one I added a bit of material because I was playing around yesterday with that one. Yeah, and you, again, you know, you can add things to these. And they would go with an array of things. And I'm going to do some more sets of these because I love doing them. This is what, you know, this is what I class sort of like art with the digital art, and I love it. So I really enjoy it. So I hope you do too. And just, you know, give you a little sample of what you can do. You know, you can do tuck spots, you can do pockets, you can do envelopes, you can fold them up to make envelopes. There's just numerous things you can do with them. All right, and that's just sort of give you a few ideas. Okay, speak to you soon. Bye-bye.